Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, we're going to talk about why you shouldn't do your overhead presses. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching, check out the link below. I'd love to help. All right. In 38 years of lifting, I've heard all the excuses, all the reasons not to overhead press. Back about 15 years ago when I started putting out workouts that included a weekly dumbbell overhead press and a weekly barbell overhead press, a large number of lifters nearly shit their pants. The common fear was you're going to damage your shoulders. All that weekly shoulder work is going to kill you. It's going to tear up your shoulders. You're absolutely going to destroy your shoulders. That was the way it went back then. These days, we have a news story when you talk about overhead pressing. The lifters that are against it will make up all kinds of reasons, like it targets your front delts. It's not a good side delt builder because it targets your front delts. Completely ignoring the fact that if that is a logical argument or a logical reason not to train the overhead press, then you better not train the bench press because it involves the front delts to an even greater degree. What I have found over the years that there's a large number in the lifting community, a large number of people in the lifting community that will find any excuse under the sun not to do heavy ass overhead pressing. Now look, there are a limited number of movement patterns that are involved in the muscle building process. You have the horizontal press, you have the vertical press, you have the vertical pull, and you have the horizontal pull. Those are your upper body movement patterns. Other movement patterns include the hip hinge, the squat, the loaded carry, things like that. If you want a well-rounded upper body, though, you have to take all four of those movement patterns seriously. The vertical press, the vertical pull, the horizontal press, and the horizontal pull or row. Now, if we're looking at shoulder girdle health, the things you have to make sure you do is hit your back, delts, and chest reasonably hard each week. If you just go out and do horizontal pressing and horizontal pulling and maybe a few lat pull downs or pull-ups, you're not getting that balance in with vertical pulling, and you're gonna set yourself up for potential issues, injuries, strains, pains, weird imbalances, etc. One of the big lessons I learned when I went out and did ultra running was that imbalances are real. I was ultra running, I was doing maybe 10 to 12 hours of running a week. And during this time, shoulders kind of became my redheaded stepchild. I love training shoulders, but getting in 4 workouts a week just became kind of a challenge. So I would do my chest work and then my back work and a little bit of leg work. And by the time it came to doing shoulders in the course of a week, I usually missed my shoulder workouts. For about 3 to 4 years, shoulders were undertrained. For about the last 3 to 4 years, shoulders were undertrained. And what happened? I picked up an imbalance. I picked up some kind of a weird imbalance injury where trying to press overhead, it became very, very difficult, almost painful. It was so painful and uncomfortable that I thought my days of overhead pressing were over. I thought all the years of doing heavy overhead pressing caused some issue, some injury, some lingering condition, and I would never overhead press again. But when I got back into routine training and started doing 4 days a week and got those overhead presses back up to speed, that issue, that imbalance went away. The point of this video is simple. I want to encourage you guys to just fall in love with overhead pressing. Don't listen to the silly voices that are trying to get you to not overhead press because you might damage your shoulders, right? Like somehow you're going to do some sort of overuse, or using the shoulder presses in general are encouraging some form of an overuse injury, or they're inherently dangerous. This is patent nonsense. It's just a weak excuse. And the other bullshit argument that because overhead pressing involves the front delts, that somehow we shouldn't do them, it's just poor logic. Like I mentioned earlier, the bench press involves the front delts to an even greater degree. And if we're going to throw out all compound movements because they're compound movements and work different areas of the shoulder, A, we're getting ridiculously silly, and B, we're going to toss out pretty much every pressing movement and just do pec deck and maybe some side laterals. This is really getting into idiot style training, just idiot level foolery. I will tell you, as someone that has trained overhead pressing hardcore for 38 years, it has helped me develop my delts into one of my best body parts. My shoulders are completely healthy. I've never had a shoulder injury from pressing. I feel my shoulder girdle is completely balanced, and you know what? Pressing a lot of weight overhead feels damn good. You go to the gym and you see somebody with 2 plates on each side pressing it overhead. That's a rare thing to see. You'll have nothing but respect for that lifter. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.